I got hope.
Hey.
I got hope in different areas.
Man, y'all know what time it is. It is time for the Blerd gang, baby. It's your boy Joe Biggs, the biggest Blerd of them all, and my co-host.
Young Dro in the house, in the place to be.
You go Rob? You go backspin? Man, no further ado, you know what we do. You know how we love to do it, man. Talking about IP, your favorite movies, your favorite streaming shows, TV shows, all that there. This is where you get that content from a Blerd perspective. Man, people of color, we getting it in, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember a time when it was weird for you to be a person of color in like comic books.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Now you're the king of Asgard.
Now I'm the king. Hold up, I'm Odin. Speaking of Odin, man, we got to get into the God of Thunder. This is our reviews, Blerd Gang reviews, and this is how the reviews are going to go. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. We're not going to do like the grades and the numbers and scales and all that, because that's arbitrary. Yeah. Anybody, you don't know what your 1 to 10 is, nobody else knows. Teacher's grade on the curve, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, sometimes I just want 5 mics, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you can't always have it.
Everybody can't get 5 mics. No. And this definitely was not a 5 mic movie, to put it bluntly.
I mean, for a lot of people it wasn't.
I can't see 5 mics as classic, though. It's not a classic.
I mean, yeah, I can give you that.
It's good, but it's not.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it a classic. I mean, I might like Ragnarok in the long haul a little more.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Even with gore.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And gore was nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's
shout out to Debo. I just want to shout out to Debo for the tickets.
Debo.
Nikki Fox sent us to the movie.
Man.
She showed up. Listen, she went to the movie.
Showed out.
Then she showed up again, still dressed up. I personally seen her motivating young black girls. Looked at her smiling, seeing her all dressed up, just like, I could do this shit too. Fuck what anybody talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a beautiful thing. She brought the hammer out. I mean, listen, I loved it.
Complete costume, complete cosplay.
I got to get with it, man.
Next time we'll steal some photos so we can show you guys some photos of Debo, as we call her in the Blerd gang.
That video with Tristan trying to pick it up in the parking lot. Yo, classic Tristan, funny shit, man.
Tristan, Nikki Fox, shout out to our members in our fan page on Facebook. If you haven't became a member, it's a small but mighty group.
Yes.
Understand that. Search Blerd Gang on Facebook. We'll be right there. Here is on YouTube. And we're giving you that Blerd Gang. This is, again, how the Blerd Gang review works. Yeah. The good.
The good. Let's talk about the good. From a family perspective, it was great.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Literally, I went and saw it a second time. Went down, saw some family down in Texas. My sister, her husband, nephews, mom and dad, my daughter. I went and saw it again.
Okay.
Right? Bought tickets, went and saw it again. Right. I got my daughter and my nephew running around. He's the hammer. She's calling him from the other room. I mean, it was beautiful, right? Like, the kids were able to, a little scared when Gore was talking to him, right? They got him a little scared for the young ones, but I think it was family friendly enough. Even for my daughter's 6, my nephew's 6, and they enjoyed the movie, right? My mom and dad, they've been 21 for a while, right? And they enjoyed the movie, you know what I'm saying? So I think as far as the good, family friendly, kind of like Shang-Chi, you can come in, watch it. I didn't even really think you needed too much background.
Hot take. I think Shang-Chi is the best Phase 4 movie.
I'm not so sure that's a hot take. That was a great movie.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, okay, back to Thor though.
Well, right? Back to Thor. The good.
The graphics, the fight scene, the way in the shadow realm, the way that they were able to kind of, you could see a little bit of color when you needed to, and you kind of, I mean, that shit.
It was like the loss of hope and faith and, just the themes that they're playing with.
The way Gore was able to move through the shadows once he put the shit in, that was cool. I know some people were kind of mad. They felt he was a little underwhelming. Right. Listen, he gave us what we needed. They didn't tell us he was going to be a big bad, right? He's a bad for a movie. You have to get a little realistic.
I wish sometimes you could keep some of these great actors, though. than just, you know, one movie.
I mean, I feel you. It's hard though.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you.
But we're focused on the good. We're focused on the good. We're still focused on the good.
What's your good? That's what I want to hear.
You know, the visuals were amazing. I loved, you know, I'm a Batman and Robin fan. It's amazing to me how the MCU are taking so much of DC's like tropes almost and are doing them. I won't even say better, but they're doing them first. Well. They're doing them first and they're doing them well. If you notice, all the original Avengers are kind of got kids now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they're mentoring kids. They've adopted kids. You keep seeing this kind of Leon the Professional. Shout out to Natalie Portman in one of her coldest roles. Or, you know, what's it? The Lone Wolf and Cub. You know, shout out to the comic books. It's been done a million times. Wolverine always does it as well. But you know, I love that Love and Thunder ended up being, you know, him and his daughter going out there doing their thing.
Who's his real daughter?
In real life. Yeah.
There were 5 people in his family in that movie. Him and his brother. You know, his brother plays the other version, right?
Right.
His wife was the wolf woman. He was making out with the wolf.
Yeah.
And then his daughter's Love, and then his son was the young him running.
Right.
I mean, you put the whole team on.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Cash a check.
Why not? Why not?
Right?
Man. But back to the good. I mean, I love the score. You know, I'm a child of the 80s, so The Rock was hitting me real nice. It was nice. You know what I'm saying? I love the rock music on there. I love the action. I love the whole idea of a space pirate and the fantastic like ideas, the fantasy of Thor just traveling, just kicking ass, you know, doing the splits, the Van Damme.
Dude, listen,
you know,
the Van
splits.
See, and that, you know what, that'll lead into a good transition for us here from the good to the bad, because I think that I would put how much comedy was in this movie into the good, where some people are putting that into their bad. How are you taking the amount of comedy that they're putting on Thor?
It's honestly in both.
Yeah.
It's in both because I like a good comedy. But I think the balance was out of whack on this movie. I think the balance, I wanted more of that darkness. I mean, you listen, you got fucking Christian Bale. You got Christian Bale.
Yeah.
You got Christian Bale. Like, listen to me.
2 hours of footage that we haven't seen.
But it's improv. Like, that might not contribute, and Taika already said it's not anything that he's going to release once it's released, blah, blah, blah. So, to me, the bad, and it ties into one thing, the mandate that was received that it had to be under 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know what Marvel's doing now. I don't know what Kevin Feige is doing now. But they used to kind of give these directors, let you kind of do your own type of stylistic movie, and then we'll come in, we'll give you notes on where it ties into different things, and then do like the action scene at the end with your graphics and all that stuff, which is why the end of Black Panther looks like a fucking cartoon. You know what I'm saying? You know, they let them come in, but usually they allow them to have that storyline. You know, I didn't like if they gave Raimi that freedom. I didn't like what was done there. But to me, why would you give Raimi that type of freedom on Doctor Strange, and then someone who's already proven in Taika Waititi with Ragnarok, you restrain and say, no, this needs to be under 2 hours. What
more did you want out of this movie then if we were to get another 30, 40 minutes?
I think it would have allowed the movie to breathe. Let me get connected to Gore. Show me him in the village. Show me that this is a pious man. You understand me? Show me his relationship with his daughter and his family and how he put God first. Yeah. And then, look, 15, 20 minutes with Christian Bale. I'm going to take it every time. Every time you put that on the plate, I'm
because I loved every scene he was in.
Right. He's going to chew up the scenery. But
I want to see him dressed up like that and tell scary stories. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. And so, to me, the tone wasn't balanced enough. Ragnarok had pretty good balance. To me, it was still a little too jokey for me. A little bit, you know, some people say it was 65-35. I think it should have been pulled back to 60-40. If Ragnarok was 65-35, this is probably 80-20. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I just think the serious moments that you had, I didn't like the scene with Christian Bale when he was playing with the head with the kids. That just seemed
that was a little unnecessary.
And sometimes the scenes just seemed choppy when you would go to these dark scenes and then the comedy bits, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they were kind of sticking out with some comedy bits over and over, like the goats. Okay, we get it, the screaming goats. It was funny, but quick doing it over and over. Then you're doing multiple comedic beats with Jane Foster doing the trying to find the catchphrase, and the payoff.
Which I feel like was more negative than positive.
Exactly.
You already had.
It didn't pay off either.
Yeah,
I was for the ride because I was telling you like.
I've seen the memes where they're like, when she said "eat my hammer," they're like, "Oh, I'm dying in cringe." Like, I feel like because they overdid it.
Right.
We could have gave her a catchphrase and we could have rocked.
But you built it up so much, and then for what it was.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't as impressed. Again, I did like the movie, but if you're asking me the balance just was off. I just think it's one of those things, when you're starving and somebody give you a cracker, you're like, God damn, this cracker is delicious. This ain't no regular cracker.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when the last cracker they gave you was fake and half-eaten.
Right. Doctor Strange.
Exactly. So you're like, fuck, dude, I'll take anything that's a real meal at this point.
Exactly. And so I think they gave, but to restrict Taika Waititi like that, I just don't know what was the point. And to me, it's kind of showing me that maybe Taika's not the guy who I thought he was, as compared to he was kind of brought in as the James Gunn replacement.
Yeah.
But he can't weave like James Gunn can
Gunn
weave. James Gunn can weave because the thing is James Gunn knows all these characters. He's a comic book nerd. Yeah. You know, Taika's just a nerd. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
He's special.
You know, exactly. You know, you got guys that out there that are car guys.
We have a subject matter expert.
Right.
He's gonna give us a segment a little later.
Oh,
Anime Trey.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna hit all the anime for you guys. We dibble and dabble, but Anime Trey, the SME around here, right?
I almost said he goes deep. I'm not gonna have
right? Whoa. Settle down. I only got a little bit as far as my bad of the movie. I get the point of letting Zeus be fat.
Right.
You could at least CGI'd his arms like you did Jay Man. At least still got some fucking muscles around here, right? And then I didn't really like the way Hercules
Magic Hands, do you have that clip?
The movie clip?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, we can run that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my bad.
The end credit scene with Hercules, I was a little let down with his look. Now I will say, they have time. Thanos' first look wasn't the fucking best. Right? So they have time. I feel like he looked a little more CGI than he should have. Yeah. In his muscles. He's not that big. Okay. He's really not.
No, he's not that big a guy.
Man, I didn't like it. Right? Okay. They got time. It's okay. It was a small little scene.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna put too much weight on it. Yeah. Right? They can Sonic. They can fix this shit. Okay. They can move forward from that. But it did seem a little ticky-tacky, like here's a quick way to throw him in.
See, you've seen it twice, so I haven't gone online and looked at his pictures. What I did do, wanting to see more of the actor, because I'm one of the maybe few that I love Hercules in Marvel Comics. He's, a big brawler, goes around drinking, sleeping with the ladies, knocking down She-Hulk. That's the way I live my life. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I like to live my life. You know what I'm saying? With no judgment. Understand? No slut shaming.
Y'all, settle down. I'm a good man, okay? I just try to go to the gym and work out. That's all I'm doing.
But, so I just felt like that it could have been more of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. There were more aspects that they could have added into it. Just could have made it overall a better film. And I think, if you're going to hire these type of directors, take the restrictions off them, take the chains off them. And
give them a chance to breathe, especially if you're going to let Raimi fucking...
Yeah, and then this is my thing, too. The post-credit scene, why did you have to do... You could have saved for another movie. Now, the Hercules, and that's what I was going to say. I had lost my point. I had wanted to check out the actor more because I'm such a fan of Hercules that I checked out Ted Lasso. Great show. Outstanding show. And from watching it, I can see him being Hercules. I haven't seen the kind of joyfulness, just frolicking and just enjoying itself, but the gruff exterior, I can kind of see the way that they may go, in the MCU. Is he big? No, he's playing a soccer player on there. He's not a big guy like that.
I mean, well, whatever the fuck, whoever Thor's working out with. Chris
Yeah,
Hemsworth,
yeah.
Put old boy on, and
Yeah.
he'll be fine. Because
Yeah.
I ain't seen nobody with triceps the way
Man, that was crazy.
Yo, Thor was fucking huge.
He took it to a different level. Something I am disappointed with, staying on the bad post-credit scene. You built up all this emotional context with Jane in regards to her having a cancer, and then she sacrifices and dies, but then you wipe it away just like that by giving this post-credit scene where we see her in Valhalla. You know, it's like,
Whoa.
let me feel the pain for a second.
Whoa.
You know what?
That is the pain, motherfucker.
What's the pain? No,
That
that's
is the pain.
No,
These
it's not.
motherfuckers are Vikings.
Listen,
Just because she made it to the end,
bruh,
right?
you don't know the comics,
We're still
right?
sad.
You don't know.
I mean,
it's
she's gonna
still.
be alive
She's
over
about
there,
to come back,
but
bruh.
that's where
She's
she's
about
sup-
to be the new
You want her
Valkyrie.
to just be dead?
Yes, let
After
us
carrying
know.
the
Let us
hammer?
think that she's dead for
Nah,
a while.
she earned her way into Valhalla.
Nah.
Okay.
Let us think that she's dead for a while, and then why not take that time if you're gonna do that? Just off the top of my head, throw in the joke where we see Sif's arm in Valhalla.
Yo,
Chilling.
fuck,
How
that
funny
would've
would
been
it? Come
hilarious.
on, come on.
That would've
Dude,
been
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
hilarious.
Instead of seeing Jane come in there, see Sif's fucking
Holding
arm.
a beer that she can't drink yet, just holding it, waiting and shit.
Listen, that would have been funnier, and to me,
That would've been
I
fucking
wanted to
hilarious.
feel the weight of that, and that was a great post-credit scene. I'm just saying, don't save it there. You put it after Black Panther. You know what I'm saying?
Why can they never get the fucking fake dreads right?
Oh yeah. Hey,
Why can't they get it right?
it's
I don't
hard. It's
understand.
difficult. They need to get with one of the guys to do the glue-on hair things. You know what I'm
Jeez,
saying?
they're just, it's almost lazy.
Yeah.
It's almost lazy with the hair.
Take away the almost. It's just, and that's just goes again to the lack of understanding of black culture in America. You know, lighting, different things like that. You know what I'm saying? Hair,
And then, so what,
wigs,
he
makeup.
cut his dreads, right?
Yeah, when he died.
When he died, I'm
Yeah,
guessing he
yeah.
showed it to Valhalla, cut him off like I'm starting over, and I'm waiting until the rest of Sif gets here. Now I'm hurting, let me restart my dread. Listen, overall, it's a solid 8.5 to me. I'm giving it an 8.5.
I'm not giving no numbers. I'm telling you the good, the
bad, the ugly.
and the ugly, and continuing from the bad into the ugly. The ugliest is the restriction of that we're hearing about management putting the 2 hour restriction, because that affects everything.
You felt a little ugly about box office. You thought it should have been more, right? Didn't I post
I thought the box office, it was good though.
306, something like that.
Nah, it was worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah.
But it's dropped almost 70%.
Well, I heard
in the second weekend.
that's the MCU's kind of trend.
No, that's one of the
Well,
worst
now,
in the MCU.
right? 'Cause where did Doctor
even
Strange drop
Doctor
off?
Strange, not 68. Not
No?
68, no.
Should have,
This
though.
is a huge drop off. So, but Scarlet Witch carried a lot of that. A lot of people, because of WandaVision and other things, wanted to go back
People
and see
talking
that.
so much shit about Phase 4. We got Moon Knight. We got Scarlet Witch now. She's actually the Scarlet Witch. Okay, they kind of fumbled after WandaVision, but still, she's the one.
That story is
Right? We got the nostalgic fucking Spider-Man movie that we all wanted to see. What the fuck? What are we complaining? Miss Marvel's making a lot of y'all happy. Okay? What are we complaining about with Phase 4?
This is the thing. This is what I'm complaining about. There's no greatness. There's good. There's very good, but there's no greatness in there. Even with Spider-Man, they got you on the nostalgia hook. And that's the biggest thing for me for the Spider-Man. It wasn't necessarily the story. It wasn't like Spider-Man 2. I can go back and down there be in tears because of the story and how it developed and how it makes you
When was
feel.
your last great MCU movie then?
The last great might have been Homecoming, maybe.
Is that after Endgame?
No. Endgame. What's been after? Shang-Chi came close, but no.
Because I know
Probably Endgame. Probably Endgame.
Man.
No, great as far as all their content.
Yeah.
Definitely WandaVision. WandaVision was that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's in the shows.
But then the Ralph
That's in
Boner.
the shows.
Yeah, but if you're talking movies, Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame probably the last great one. I like the Spider-Man
Okay,
movie
but
that
think
came
about
after.
what Endgame was.
Yeah.
It was the big.
But
lead up.
before that, think
So
about it.
before Infinity War, what was
before
the great
Infinity
movie
War,
to you?
all the Winter Soldier and Civil War are greatness. That can't be disputed. The original Avengers, greatness. Iron Man, greatness.
And in there are sprinkled some of these, right?
There's some good, but
good,
you get more leeway early on.
Them great ones.
But yeah, where's the great one? We haven't had a great one. We've had how many movies? This 5, 6?
Yeah.
Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Eternals, Doctor Strange, fucking Thor. This is 6 movies, bro.
So we're going Shang-Chi.
Where's
and Thor,
the greatness?
Top 2, and they're not great.
They're not great. They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. Shang-Chi's the best one out of all of those, and it's good, very good.
The first, oh my God, that movie, man. The fucking hand-to-hand.
Man, hey, it was awesome. But to me, they hurt themselves there, too, with the leaks and whatnot. They were scared, moving out of fear during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Hold your movies. Just hold them till it was over. You see what Top Gun's doing to Billy. Tom Cruise played the right card.
Is what, 60-something?
60 years old, just turned 60.
Christ.
Over 1.2. 1.2. And the ugly is what this is doing
could have gave us a fucking Iron
to phase
Man,
4, man.
They
were trying to and work it. Do you see they cut the scenes? That's some of the things, the bullshit that's happening in phase 4. Like you said on our last show, the Summer Spectacular, the Feige taking his hand off that wheel.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You know,
I don't like that.
Hey, we seeing what's happening. We're driving in the walls, and he's still acting like, oh no, it's all good. I know Raul don't got no news, but we got some news later on. Remind me of that.
Yeah, okay.
But we're gonna keep it moving with the reviews, man. I gotta get into it, and this is one of the reasons. I'm tying this all into why Marvel Phase 4 is hurting.
Where are we going?
We're going with The Boys, baby. Roll that clip, Magic Hands. Roll
that clip. Listen.
The Boys Season 3.
Fucking show.
Oh my God.
It's spectacular.
Spectacular.
It
Spectacular.
Is
all while making fun of the genre.
On way less budget.
Yeah.
And still getting every point across.
Right.
I've seen all I need to see. They gave me the fucking scene with the 2 eye beams going at each
other.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You know you wanted to see it.
Yeah. Had to see that.
Right. But you don't have to see everything every time.
Right.
We didn't have to see old boy get murdered on the rooftop.
Right.
To know that he got fucked up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this show.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's
incredible.
Deep.
Yeah.
Pause. He nasty than a motherfucker, boy. Yo, son. That actor, you know people look at
him. Oh my God.
I'm just here to order some tacos. It better not be fish tacos. It better not be fish tacos.
But man, how when Homelander forced him to eat the octopus. That's how.
Scene.
And then somebody was giving like a psychological examination of the reason why he's having sex with the octopus is to show remorse for eating that previous one that was his friend. Like, it's crazy, man, and it operates on so many different levels.
He said, I had a family.
Yeah. He got his hands all out his mouth.
My God.
Yeah, it was
fucking bro. I couldn't eat pasta for like 3 days after that. That shit was so nasty.
But this is part of the problem that Marvel has. Marvel, in the 2 years that The Boys has been gone, I think that's Anime Trey at the door. Anime Trey, we gonna let you in. Give us a second, boss. Oh, you got it? Come on,
take a seat, brother.
But, that's the problem. In the time that shows like Umbrella Academy and The Boys have been gone, we've gotten incredible ones like Invincible. But Marvel's dropped what, 7 series? And none of them are fucking with The Boys.
Nah.
Or Umbrella Academy.
But I feel like it's because.
But listen, this is far less budget.
Yeah.
We're working with not even probably half of the budget.
Listen, I'm being grateful because I understand what's going on here. I think, in my opinion, we already know, and you're the one who put me on this way back in long time ago, Blerd Gang episodes. Right? Marvel has a 4 square method that they're trying to hit everybody. Yeah. Right. And they have to, and I'm fine with that. I like to take, my daughter's getting older, I like to take her to movies. Yeah. Right? I like her to like superheroes. Okay? This shit is for me, motherfucker. This is for me. I don't need everybody to like
But
this
they used to give stuff for us. Yeah. Captain America and stuff was for us. It was more grown. It was more serious. Think about Winter Soldier. Wasn't nothing about that movie just on some comedy shit. It was like a political thriller. You feel what I'm saying? Give me some of that. Where are the fucking adult movies? You know, you got cornball zombies that I can see the makeup around your eyes and shit. Like, come on, man, get out of here. Or blatant pandering with Spider-Man, which Spider-Man was cool, but really look at the movie and what they did. It had no impact on the multiverse. Y'all lined all this shit up supposedly for the multiverse, then it was meaningless. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Let me be the good guy. Right?
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen.
So let's go back to our format. We going all way off. Okay. This is a review of The Boys.
Okay.
Good. The good.
Every fucking thing. Every scene. Listen, Maeve fighting Homelander is exactly how I thought Wonder Woman and Superman's fight would go. Like, bitch, settle down now. All right? Listen, I don't got time for your shit. Bitch, I'm about to hit you. All right? Like, and she stabbed him in the ear. Now, I wish they would have made that have a little more impact because you made the sound make us feel like there was some impact there. Right? So that might could go a little bit towards the bad. So we'll stick in the good. That fight was lovely.
But still, we don't know. The impact could be next year.
It could be.
Next season. Back at it, the good on The Boys.
So I like Soulja Boy.
Oh man, I love Soulja
I like
Boy.
his. He didn't let me down. I knew he was gonna tell Homelander you're a fucking pussy. You're a disappointment. I knew he was gonna be just like his dad. Right. I was like, he's not gonna be like, oh, you're my boy. He's gonna be like, you wear a fucking cape? What? I love that. Like, you like a bitch. What are you doing?
Hey, I fell for it. I'm not gonna sit here in front and lie. None of that. I didn't know which way it was gonna go because how he kept on saying about family and how he wanted to have a kid with the old girl, the Scarlet, the fake Scarlet Witch,
the bitch on OnlyFans,
the Crimson, with Seth Rogen and shit.
Shout out to the OnlyFans ladies who are watching right now.
Man,
make your money.
Get your money, baby. Don't let the money make you. But the good, I mean, how they stretch the budget. I love the storyline. You know, of course, Homelander is, skewering Superman and Donald Trump, the Republicans. You see them kind of making fun of the liberal left, the far liberal left. They're making fun of the right. They're making everybody gets it on The Boys. That's what I love.
Dude, his
equal
acting
opportunity,
is
shit talking.
His acting is phenomenal.
I think this was the season that's going to blow everybody.
You know they just casted him in the MCU.
Yeah. It's Dracula. It's Dracula and Blade.
That scene where he murdered a dude at the end, right? And then he didn't know how they were going to react. No. And then old boy was like, fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, roll that footage, Magic Hands.
The way he changed, you could see the fucking emotion where he was a little nervous, like, fuck, how are they going to take this? And then he was like, oh shit, they're kind of accepting this. Right. And then he's like, you goddamn right there. And he did all this without saying a fucking word.
Face acting, man. That's face acting.
God.
You can't face act. I mean, you're not an actor. Really.
This dude is phenomenal, man. He's killing that role like a motherfucker, dude.
He's out of there, man. I'm telling you. This season is going to escalate all of them. I'm telling you. Watch the roles that we start seeing.
Butcher was doing, I mean.
Oh, man. Butcher killed it. You know, the whole themes that ran about family and fatherhood and how unknowingly you can become kind of your tormentor, but then both characters you see with Soulja Boy and with Butcher were like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I realize I'm like my dad, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whereas somebody who's supposed to be this villain like Homelander, and he's saying, no, I'm not going to be like my dad. I'm going to show my son.
And that's so realistic,
that's crazy
man.
because you're terrified of him most of the time, and you have this tension is when he's on screen, but then you're almost rooting for him when Soulja Boy has him choking and Ryan hits him with the laser beams and knocks him off. Get on my dad. You know what I'm saying?
They get you going. They get you going, and Ryan is gonna have you flip-flopping. These flip-floppers on whose side they on. Yeah. Because some people are already kind of wanting to ride that train.
Hey, that smile at the end, man was creepy.
That was wicked. That shit.
Right.
Did you see the picture behind the scenes with him and Homelander flipping off the screen? I was like, that little motherfucker is something else.
Shut up next season.
Yo,
Hopefully he hits a little growth spurt. Imagine he gets outfit or something and just tagging along.
Yo,
and all that.
man.
Look here, man.
I wonder if they're gonna time jump this time. Maybe give him a little bit of.
You know what? I think they're
Because he might grow a little during production.
Because there is another boys spinoff about the superhero like high school training.
Yeah.
So what if they make him a sidekick and then it's our introduction, a soft pilot of the sidekick school. You know what I'm saying? Where they're training
that'd be kind of cool.
You know, I think that'd be
I feel
dope.
like they can do whatever the fuck they want to do because I'm waiting on the next episode.
It's due to their writing, and that's what I think the thing that's fell off with Marvel is the writing, the strength of the writing, and having artists that know, and directors and writers that know the material and have some passion for it. And we'll get into that here in a second. I want to make that point.
Dare I ask?
But what's the bad?
I was just about to ask you that. Dare I ask what is the bad?
The only bad, because I like the violence. I like ultra violence. I like the bloody stuff. I like the gross, nasty stuff, all of that. My bad on the boys. Now, if you're squeamish, that's on you. This might not be the show for you. You know what I'm saying? But the bad to me is I wish they had more budget. More episodes. I want more. That's the bad.
I mean, if that's the
bad. I wish that they had the Marvel episode budget. Marvel spends $150 million on 6 episode series. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what the boys would fucking do with $150 million.
But you know what? Honestly, what I would want them to do with that 150? Don't give me 6 episodes. Give me 12 exactly how you do it now. I like that not everything has to be seen with them.
No.
I like fine. That. You know what I'm saying?
You can spread the money how you want to. But I'm saying
I like the way it's done.
You have a season, you get, instead of what they're working with, 50 million or whatever, you get 150 million this season. Next season, season 4, here's 150 million. Do what y'all want. Because I was thinking more so of, you could keep, even if you did 6 episodes, give me 6 2-hour episodes. Give me 6 chunky.
See, but that's gonna be a different phase in streaming that we're not at yet, in my opinion. When people are like, "Damn, I don't want a 3-4 hour movie," but they'll take 6 1-hour episodes to get a story a little more in depth.
That's been streaming.
But no, I'm saying that's what it is now. Yeah. I don't think people outside of people like us are ready for 6 2-hour episodes. I'm ready,
bruh.
But these people, I don't think.
Stranger Things.
How long are these episodes?
Right now, their episodes are 1.5 hours, 1 hour 26, 2 hours, 206. I mean, they're doing it now. It's being done currently. You know what I'm saying? Successfully. So I think,
one show is doing it successfully.
No, even Demon Slayer has different episodes, different lengths of their episodes. Some might be 1 hour, some might be 20 minutes.
Listen, I don't have to believe you because Anime Trey's a subject matter expert. I don't have to believe him, right?
You don't have to believe
I don't
that.
have to believe
the ugly on the boys.
The octopus scene made me want to throw up.
Yeah, sometimes they can go maybe a little too far.
Yeah, the only thing ugly is just like the grossness that we're asking for, the crazy, whatever shit.
And we didn't even mention the guy running in another dude's dick.
Yo, son,
exploding.
Listen, my brother's a barber, right? He's got like a little side room if I need my hair cut every now and again or whatever, and it's painted red. Yeah. And after watching that episode, I went and got a haircut, and I was like, I feel like I've been here before, and I don't really want to touch the walls in here, right? Yeah, I mean, it was. Scene was
don't sneeze.
Wild, son.
Yeah, that was wild.
I mean, listen, I can't really give you a bad, I can't really give you an ugly. Call me biased. I'm loving everything the boys are doing right now. The show is phenomenal. If you got some negatives, throw them in the comments. I'd love to be able to find somebody that we can both go back and forth with, because usually we have to go with each other. But on this one, we head in the same fucking direction with wherever the boys is going. That's where we going.
It's beautiful. I can't say enough about the show. Just to balance the amount of cast members that they have and to give them good stories.
Enough investment. Enough investment in each person.
Because even the ones you didn't really touch on deep, you still touched them pretty good. Black Noir. You didn't get to go
the little cartoon pieces.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't even mad at that. I was like, yo.
We didn't see a lot of Maeve this season, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
But what we did see
was on point. That's my thing.
Yeah.
They're moving that person's story along.
We got A-Train out of that stupid ass outfit.
Yeah,
everybody
thank
can
goodness.
agree that outfit was cringe.
Then it's like he went full circle, and he's
Yeah.
still the same dick. When he didn't have that power, he didn't like how it felt.
Yeah.
He felt what it was like as a human, and not being.
And he's
able
about to have
rhyme.
it back, and he's
Yeah.
about to be that dickhead again.
Yeah, he's gonna be the
He's gonna
same
be
guy.
exactly
you know
who
what I'm saying?
you was who you was before you got here.
Man,
Shout out to Jay-Z.
But like they said, that power brings out the cunt in all of them. You know what
Well,
I'm
you
saying?
see Butcher.
Yeah.
You see, it was hard for Huey to deal with Starlight because she's like, stop doing this shit.
Yeah.
Or Annie January, I should say. Stop doing this shit. Like, I don't need you to save me. And he's like, well, fuck, I got this power. I thought I was supposed to. Which is another crazy
But
dynamic that I don't think
That
people
was
have
his
thought of.
weakness, is because he didn't like seeming weak and her always having to save him.
Yeah.
So he wanted to save her and to flip the power dynamic, but then he came to the realization, like, oh, I used to see my dad and thought after my mom left that he was weak, but no, he the motherfucker that stayed.
He did everything
He was
during the hardest
strongest-
time. Yeah, during the hardest
he
time
was
of
the
his
one
life.
that held
He had
shit
to
down.
take
So,
shit.
you know, he had to redefine in his head
Yeah.
what the meaning of strength was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And listen to how deep the conversations can get off of this show.
That show is, I mean,
it's
it'll
incredible.
make you think about a lot of things. I don't think any MCU or, I mean, I don't even think I've read a comic from DC, which gets a little darker, that has made me think of how Huey had to think about that. Like, damn, I just got some powers. What am I supposed to do with it? A lot of comics normally just makes it, simple. Like, my parents died, I'm supposed to fight crime.
Yeah.
You know, I'm supposed to, but he was just kind of like, do I protect my girlfriend now, or do I kind of just like figure out my? But then he kind of found his own purpose. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm running with Butcher. We helping out over here. You know, I'm
But-
naked. I
but
bring
he
a
had
bag
to
with
set
clothes
up the
now.
power.
You know what I'm saying? He gave old boy
But
the
he had
mind,
to
dude.
give
Here,
up
take
the
some
power.
clothes.
The full acceptance was accepting his weakness.
Yeah.
And saying, I'm not meant to be that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm meant to be this, and finding strength in his own weakness. You dig what I'm saying? So that, I don't know, it was dope to me, you know, and they have all kinds of different themes that
Yeah.
are always, you know, running
Man,
in and
that
out
show-
of the boys. It's an incredible show. I can't say enough about it.
I
man.
would
The best-
rewatch it with you. You need
Yeah.
somebody to sit down and watch
but
it. I'll rewatch it.
I do have to correct you on comic books. A lot of them offer existential questions. I mean, if you read like even the Infinity Gauntlet and the comic books and the saga and all that stuff, they pose, you know, just think about Thanos, his obsession with death. And the dance that they're doing in the philosophical questions that it poses.
I do stand corrected.
on-
Shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Ronald Stempert. He's on my Facebook, my old sergeant major. He actually let me read that comic.
yeah.
And he was on some don't open it all the way. Don't crease my fucking comic book. Right? Me and my boy Kanto. Shout out to
Shout out
Kantos.
to
He's in the
Kanto.
Blerd game, right? And we was reading it like at an angle. And I was like, man, I was so excited for the
can't
movie to
crease the
come out.
spine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
The person who taught me how to read, you know, an old school comic.
Right.
Because I got some comics. I'll go buy some comics every now and again.
Okay.
But it's more like one-offers, just because I'm so OCD on where was episode 1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes by the time I find something interesting, it's so far back.
Yeah.
It's like One Piece. Bro, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
Because
It's
I
too many
can't
episodes.
start right now at One Piece. And I'm not starting at episode 1. There's too many. Right? I'll just ask Anime Trey what's going on. Subject matter expert will give me what I need to know. You know what I'm saying? You know, and if you need to get your own anime fix, he have his own little subsection here with us. And we'll give him his own little video on the page too, so you guys can tune in and follow Anime Trey. He be on his shit, you know what I'm saying? But I want to touch on the MCU again,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, let's go. Good,
I wa-
bad, the
I
ugly.
wanna-
Let's start with Miss Marvel, man. With
I wanna
Mr.
see what's up
And
with
run
Miss
that
Marvel.
clip for us, Magic Hands. Big shout out to Jonathan Magic Hands. Lewis in the boards right now, helping us out.
You know, he's holding it down. Now, I'm not
letting you
mad
go.
at the show.
I'm letting
I'm
you
not
go.
mad at the show.
I can't
okay?
tell.
I'm not mad at the show, but I'm not captivated by it either. I told our producer here today, I said, you know, if this show was one of those shows back in the day, ran on live TV, you know, once I missed an episode, I'm probably not coming back. I'm just like, I missed a piece.
Listen.
And I'm like,
we said the good. What is the good, sir?
I don't have good.
So you didn't like it at all?
I learned about her culture. I
Did you
learned
watch
more
it
about
with your daughter?
Pakistani culture. No.
Because how could you say about the family thing, and this is made for kids, basically, for younger audience, and you didn't watch it with your daughter? Listen,
This is hard
later
for me, man.
him, the good. We get to see a different culture, much like Shang-Chi, but even more in depth. I don't know. I don't have a lot of Pakistani friends. You know what I'm saying? So to see the culture, to be in their home and to see how they get down and to see how it is like everybody else in America to a certain extent, and then to see those differences and whatnot. I loved it. I loved being when they went over, where was it, Marrakesh? That was dope. Or was it Karouche? Wherever they went.
They
you know what I'm saying? Karouche, I think it was. Karouche. Anyways, that was dope. Seeing that, the colored palette, the filmmakers being of the same descent and the showrunners as well, it fed into it, and they had a visual style to me that was dope. I believe it was the same brother duo that directed Bad Boys 4. I really appreciate their color palette. I like what they did with the text messages. Then the actors, whoever cast this, spot on.
I hear this is her first role ever.
And she's amazing. She's captivating, the good young lady that plays Miss Marvel. This is how strongly I felt about this show. Take the powers out. I don't need Miss Marvel. Give me Kamala and her family doing their day-to-day, joking around with each other, giving wisdom from the father, you know, the mother being hard on her and all that stuff.
At that point, it's not even a comic book show,
I'm rocking with it, but I'm saying, that's how strong it was.
But that's the parts that you liked about it.
No, the comic book stuff was cool too. But if you've read comic books, most of the comic books, the powers are the flash that just draws you in. The strength and the power of comic books is the characters.
But they tricked that
Everybody loves. Nah, to me, like, the biggest thing I love about X-Men is seeing them at the X-Mansion in the pool or playing basketball and stuff like that, doing regular stuff when they go to the mall, because it shows the bonds between them and the relationships between them. You can get over the powers. The powers aren't shit if you read comic books a lot.
Yeah, they're ugly because they're not even what her powers are.
Yeah, but they did an interpretation of her powers.
Yeah, just like
do I get it fully?
Her to be a mutant now all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, keep that for the bad. We
first
still are on the good.
Was it Professor
We are
Jackson
still on the good. You are breaking the format, sir.
Listen.
We are still in the good. What you?
How you still have any more good material? This is fucking.
I don't see how you cannot. This was an amazing show.
Well,
it was interesting. It was finally in phase 4, one of the first ones who they gave the showrunners and the creators free way to do their thing, and it paid off. It did not pay off with Sam Raimi. It didn't pay off as much with Taika Waititi. But on this one, it definitely did. In my opinion, the numbers support it. It's the highest rated MCU project out
I don't fucking
ever.
know how.
You know, because it's good. It's a good quality. Is it the most watched? No, I'm not going to sit here and lie. It's not the most watched. But it is the highest rated because it's a quality show. And especially if you're of a certain age, this was made for a younger audience. But if you're of a certain age and you're older and you remember John Hughes films, I'm a huge fan. I was a teenager when John Hughes films were first coming out. If you like the Spider-Man, they're really strongly based on John Hughes films. And this has that same feel as, you know, the old Molly Ringwalds, the Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, you know, all those good movies from back in the days. It has that same energy because it gives an honest example of teenage life, in my opinion. So, you know, it ain't all got to be a euphoria and all the kids on dope and screwing and, you know. Man, like, that's depressing to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but go to the bad. Go off.
Right, well,
go off.
Before I get to the bad, I can agree that the visuals did look good. I did like the colors.
Yeah, the text message.
The text message shit was kind of cool. It gave it a young feel, right? There was one more thing I wanted to say that I agreed with you on. But it's obviously not that big of a deal. They fucked up when they went over there. They went over to, I can't remember, like you said, I can't remember where they went. But she's supposed to be with, it was what, her second or third love interest at the time. They're running around with bandanas on, but she's got Americanized clothes on. The only person there and using her fucking powers. Bitch, we know it's you. What are you talking about here? I mean, that was lazy. The 3 love interests in the first 4 episodes and 6 episodes total, holy fuck, unnecessary, dude. 2 would have been fine. We didn't need the 3rd, the kid with the bandana. It didn't have to be a love interest there. It could have been a cool girl holding it down over there. And she's like, oh shit, there's girls over here doing the same shit, you know, trying to do the same shit. I didn't need a third love interest for her. She's fucking like 16, bro, or 15 or some shit like that. Like, let her be a kid. Like, she's a kid. Yeah, she can crush on boys and shit. That's what's gonna happen. Her best friend that she's kind of crushed on, and he's crushed on her, obviously. And then the new guy that draws her interest. Too easy. The third guy? What the fuck are we doing here? It's a waste of time. Like, I didn't. It was what he was saying that was good was what I feel like was bad, simply because it had nothing to do with her being a superhero for the majority of it. And he liked that, right?
How doesn't it? Your family and your community is directly impacted when you have powers.
I didn't like her being a groupie. I didn't like her being a groupie.
That's in the comics.
I know.
That's who she is.
I know that's who she is. That doesn't mean I have to like it. Okay, you asked me for the bad. I don't like her being a fucking groupie. Okay. I don't like it too much. Her mom was a bitch. Yeah,
No,
they tried to redeem her at the end. Like, look, her life was a little hard. You was a bitch to Kamala, bro. She was
not.
She was too strict, bro. She was too
wasn't
strict.
even that
Shout out to her older brother.
Listen.
Like, hey, I'll go talk to mom and dad.
That wasn't even strict. She was getting put on restriction and leaving. Like, get the fuck out of here.
But her mom was
when
still
we
a
got put on restriction, we was on restriction.
Yeah, we
didn't get television. We didn't get phones. We didn't get to leave the house.
Hold on,
we
there
didn't
was
get
phones
fresh
when
oxygen.
you was a kid?
Fuck you.
No,
Fuck
shit.
you. No, there was not.
No, shit.
You know,
I will
the
complain again,
waffles,
though.
shit.
I'm going to complain again. I didn't like that they changed their powers to that rock crystal looking extension versus her being just elastic. Why not give us elastic now? You're going to have to give it to it later with Mr. Fantastic.
That's why. They're not
Okay,
going to do two. They're going to
That's who the fuck she
and
is.
they can rob DC again and do, some Green Lantern type shit. Why not?
Yeah, because that was a highway robbery.
Yeah, come on now.
That was...
I
didn't fucking like that, dude. And the first mutant in the MCU.
Hey, man.
Was Xavier not in Doctor Strange?
Listen.
Is he not a mutant?
But
Am I fucking missing something here?
He's not in our reality, bro. That's a whole different reality.
Was he in the MCU?
That's not the 616.
Was he in it? The
MCU is the 616, bro.
No, it's not.
How's
The
it
MCU is a Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Man.
If you put it on
what
screen,
has all the movies been?
If you put it on screen,
what have all the movies been?
Listen, just like most of the comics are what Earth? 616?
Same one.
Are you telling me that Spider-Man 99 and his comic's not a real comic because he's on a different Earth?
It's a real comic, but it's not the 616 comic.
Settle down. It's still in the comic.
It's not if you're not in the main continuity.
Listen,
you're not in the main continuity.
You put it out. I sat down, I saw it. 2 seats away from Joe, next to the Asian guy who runs at the gym. Okay? There was a mutant on the screen. I saw him in a chair.
You think he was a mutant? They didn't say he was a. They didn't say he was
the chair. Hey, shut up. The chair. God damn it. That part
chair
was beautiful.
Was terrible in
but
real
it was
life.
better than the fucking.
That chair is terrible.
And the fucking.
Like, could they not have done a better? Anyways, I'm not going to go back on the chair. Go ahead.
That was bad to me.
Okay.
That was bad to me. I don't know. I'm not necessarily going to call it ugly when we get to the ugly, right?
Okay.
My final point on that will just touch on how I said earlier. If I missed an episode, I'm probably not going to catch it. I literally don't know when I'm going to watch the finale. Enough of the content has made it to Facebook, and I feel like I'm fine.
Obi-Wan and not want to watch that.
Settle the fuck down. We're not even there right now.
Settle down. I didn't even send it to him. I forgot all about it.
Yeah, because you're mad disrespectful.
That shit was boo-boo.
You're mad disrespectful.
That shit was boo-boo. And I fucking hate Leia's guts.
Yo,
oh my God.
Disrespect.
Young, dumb, dizzy-ass bride. You fucking off everything. Like, damn near about to get this. Anyway. Ugh.
Safe to say, if I have no ugly on Miss Marvel, that you probably don't either.
On ugly, let me think.
I don't think anything was too ugly.
Okay, my bad is, the power thing, but to me, I didn't like her powers in the comics. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing came off corny. So to me, the bad is how convoluted the story is. Why are we adding another Earth where the jinn and it's overlapping in our world and there's a realm and why are we adding all that?
Can't get enough.
Then you made it all this jinn backstory and all this for what? To just make her a mutant that didn't make too much
Yeah,
sense. It was dope to me to see that her grandmother had powers. You know what I'm saying? That she did the stars when she was a child. She was the one that did the stars. Like, explore a little of that. The grandmother was dope. You know, she had me cracking up and shit. She was lively. You know, the lively old people. I love a lively old person. You feel me? So, you know, the bad was that as far as, you know, understand what the origin, especially if you're going to change it, understand what the origin is, what the power base is, and stick to it. Is it connected to Shang-Chi? What's going on with the bracelet? Okay, the bracelet activated your mutation now? I don't know. Terrigen Mist in the Inhumans is pretty similar. You go through Terrigen Mist, your powers manifest.
Right now.
But, you know, Kevin Feige hates the Inhumans. But the thing is Feige's allowing it to blur his vision. You know, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of getting disrespectful.
Yeah. It's
because
like,
if you showed us a Black Bolt, then what is he? He's not Inhuman?
Right.
The same way Xavier wasn't mutant?
And the thing is, Ms. Marvel may be the most popular Inhuman out there. And why disrespect the community? Was I glad to see the mutants are in the MCU? Yes, I was glad to see it because.
But we already knew they were coming because Namor's a mutant.
Of course we knew.
So they didn't have to make her like that.
Of course we knew it was coming. Charles didn't count. I knew Namor was coming. That's who I was thinking. That's the real first mutant.
Like he knows.
You know what I'm saying?
Charles didn't count.
Charles didn't count. Namor was the first one in the comics. It should have been the first. So that's who I was expecting to be the first mutant. For them to discredit all of the X-Men's kind of history and making Ms. Marvel that, she doesn't even fit in that catalog. She's over here with the Avengers, and it's just different. You know, as a comic book reader, the X-Men them was my babies. You know, it's over here, it's the outcast.
The X-Men caught me because I grew up during the animated series.
Right.
I mean, listen, if you're born late 80s, early 90s, we were blessed with our animated series.
Oh, man.
Batman, Spider-Man, fucking X-Men. I mean, Superman.
Yeah.
Listen, we
Justice
were
League,
blessed with those. Those were classics. Classics, you know, so... I mean, just seeing Ben Affleck look like he was pulled out of the animated series in that Batman suit, that shit set it off, you know what I'm saying? So I'm all for it. That's why I appreciated the chair. He maybe wanted it to be a little bit better, but I was just glad that it was fucking yellow and floating, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, that's what I recognize. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see, I feel like the next fucking Wolverine is going to be in the outfit, bro. I feel like they're going to fuck around and put him in. Damn it, if they do it right, I'm going to be so fucking excited.
I mean, we've already seen the outfit look good.
I just don't want it to seem too... now, I do like Falcon, Captain America's new outfit, right? But look, it was almost cheap. Because A-Train looked damn close to it on a low budget, right? No, I want Wolverine to not look cheap.
Not at all to me. I don't think it, looks cheap. I'm just tired of the same design. Get a different costume team in there.
Here's the question. What color do you want it? Do you want it yellow or that old school like tan brown? Remember when it was like tan brown?
Ooh. I can see the tan brown. I can see the tan brown. Shit. Well, what color was it in the case? It
was yellow. It was yellow one. It was yellow.
So Feige will probably go tan. Because he's going to do what hasn't been done.
Fire,
We'll see. I want to see who they cast as Wolverine. But anyways, back to Ms. Marvel. That's the ugly that I have for that. You got anything else on the review tip?
No, I don't think I got anything else on the review tip. We'll probably hit Kenobi on another time simply because, have you finished? I don't even think he finished yet.
That shit was torture. I tortured myself and watched this fucking bullshit Obi-Wan story, and he can't watch one episode, the final episode of Ms. Marvel. It's not even a fucking hour. Obi-Wan is episode. I knew from episode 1, this is trash. This shit is basura, Holmes.
Yo, settle down.
He just said, it's good. It's off the chain.
Hey,
I watched this shit.
Get out of here. Just because my mom bought him a goddamn paper, he think he can come here and start speaking Spanish on the fucking podcast.
I know more Spanish than you do, my friend.
All right?
Carnalito.
All right? None of that.